Hello, and welcome back to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and today we are here to do another collab. I mentioned this on my community post page that Dion, Laura, and I are doing another collab. We're going to be using another NatashaDenona palette, and this time we're not using that shadow picker thing because it did us so dirty with that dramatic eye tones and textures palette. It didn't give us any shimmers, and then because it's a texture and tone palette, it really kind of like really blended into my skin tone. So the only color that really showed up on me was that P3. It was thick as a slip cream. I really enjoyed that, but it was six colors, but you probably saw maybe two or three. So yeah, that it did us no favors. However, this time we're going to be picking our own shades. So we're not picking the same shades. I don't think. We'll see if that happens. That'll be a doozy. But I'm just going to be picking our own shades. I do not, again, have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure if Dion does either. My video is going to be a posted video. So my video will hopefully be up on Monday the 20th at 8 a.m. Dion typically does a live every Monday at 8 p.m. And this is both Eastern Standard Time. So her video is going to actually be a live. So she's going to do hers live and mine is going to be pre-recorded, okay? Both are going up on the 20th of July. Mine at 8 a.m., hers at 8 p.m. So that'll give you some time to watch either or. You won't feel like, oh, both of them are up, which I'm going to watch. That's not a competition or anything. So you have plenty of time during the day to get to both of our videos. Now, let's get started. I am so friggin' hot. It is so friggin' hot, and I'm in Detroit. And there was that wildfire in Canada, so you know I'm right by it. It was so hazy. I didn't feel like it had. I went to work Thursday. I think it happened Wednesday evening. So Thursday, I go to work in the morning, of course. I'm walking from the parking structure to the building. I almost felt like I was about to pass out. It didn't feel like it was no oxygen in the air. I was like, why am I so short of breath? I had to stop. It's like some benches right outside the door. I had to stop and have me a seat, and I've never done that because I was like, I gotta catch my breath. I could not catch my breath for anything. Yeah, I know but that had nothing to do with it. It's the air quality was crap. I will say though, however, that little blanket of haze with the sun looked very ominous, like a big glowing ball. But you can look directly at it. You know, usually can't look directly at the sun. But that little haze uh shelf or whatever they want to call it, even though it's like 90 something, it was relatively nice. It was, dare I say, cool. So that was that, but it was, and I work closer to downtown, which is closer to Canada, because you know you can take the bridge. Well, you can take the tunnel. I think the bridge is somewhere down there. I don't typically take the bridge, and I haven't done that since 9/11 because it's too much work to get over there and get back. So, yeah, so we have been dealing with that. But today is Saturday the 18th, and it is pretty nice out. I think the haze has dissipated for the most part. People are still walking around with masks. I did not, and I have not been outside that much, so I didn't feel the need that I needed to have a mask on. I was walking around outside a lot. But yeah, that was going on. So let's get it started. So we're again going to be using a Natasha Denona palette. Oh, the big thing in the room, the big elephant in the room is look at these bad boys. It is my birthday month, and every July I do my yearly eye exam and I get a new pair of glasses. So I got these. They are Guess Marciano. No, no, yeah, Marciano by Guess, and I don't know if it's a style. It doesn't say a style in here. Well, I'm sure it does, but it doesn't say, the name of the style. And these are it. They didn't. I typically go black, but I wanted a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more whimsy this time. So I opted for these. Now you see how this is a dark brown. The model they had was like a plum color. You see the little variations, the little tone, the texture in the frame. The black was like straight up black lacquer. So I don't know why they couldn't have made the black with the little pattern in there. because I would have got black. But I said, you know what? I always do black. And my last frames were like a tortoise and then a dark brown. So I said, okay, we'll try the brown. So I was hoping so because you can't. They don't have like a you could blow up the picture when they show you the different colors of the frames and stuff. So I couldn't blow it up to see how brown it was going to be, and I was hoping it was going to be like a really light brown that's going to meld into my skin tone. So it's decent enough. I just have to get used to this frame and this color. It's deep enough. I do like the variations in the frame itself. Like I said, I was going to do the black, but I always go black because it's safe and it goes with everything. But I think the tone of the brown is deep enough that it's enough contrast against my actual skin tone that it doesn't like get washed out or like look invisible or just sitting on my face. Now the frame itself, the lens, I had a wider frame. It was kind of like that. So I don't have much viewing space. Or for people like if I wear shadow or whatever, this frame is a little thicker here, so you then it's gonna kind of get obscured. But just neither here nor there because I really like the little detailing here. And so that's that. So that's the elephant in the room. So like, let me know if you like the frame or you preferred my other glasses or whatever. I do still like those, and my script didn't change as much, so I'll be able to switch back and forth. But let's get done with this. I do not know why I put this wig on. These freaking bangs, it's killing me. It's so freaking hot, and I'm always hot, but I'm waiting on my air to turn back on. I'm right by the vent, but I have a fan over here. But man, these bangs is killing me. So I'm gonna put some off to the side over here, and I'm gonna put some off to the side over here so my forehead can breathe. Cause I'm telling you, look at that. And then I want to act a butt. What the heck? Get over there. So, oh, look at that. All right, bump it. So let's get into this look. So I brought some stuff out, and we can use a base if we want to. In the other collab, we weren't using any bases, any color bases, any muting of any discoloration on the lids or anything. And I'm not going to be doing that either this time. But I just want to let you know that the parameters of the last one are not true for this one. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever. But we are going to be using the same palette. And it is another Natasha banger. It is the My Dream palette. Now, I only bought this palette, and I'll be honest with you. Look at that. I don't know where the hell, what that's from, that little blue and pink stuff. I only bought this palette when I was in Sephora. It's around my 50th birthday, so it's been about 3 years. I'll be 53 on the 26th of July. Okay, and this is the outer and the actual packaging of the palette, so they're the same. Has the holes to maneuver the palette around if you want. But I only bought the palette because I was in Sephora trying to find something to buy with a gift card. And I saw this. And I was like, oh, I really want that for a reason. And it didn't have any. So what did I do? I think I had to order it online. Or did I go to another Sephora? I think I was out somewhere at a Sephora. Then I think I closer to home. I went to another Sephora and they did have it. But I only bought the stupid palette for this shade here, Invention. And I have used it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell. It's this color, last color on the end here. I can't really see what's going on. Okay, let's do that. It's like an iridescent orange with some pink coral or something in there. And that really caught my eye. And I wanted it. So I only bought the palette because of that. I think I may have used it twice. But Dion has been challenging me. First, she challenged me to what you challenged me to take inventory of all my palettes. I have a 184. That don't count singles. Palettes I did with quads and up. And that does not include trios, duos, or singles. That's a whole nother situation. I got three like medium sized makeup bags for that. And to take inventory and it was my decision to type everything up. So I have a listing. And I did post on my community post tab, that I put a list of all my palettes there, the brand, and the color story. I couldn't get them aligned because you can't do any type of formatting in the post. So they're a little disjointed, but they're all on the same line, but not lined up or whatever, or merged or centered or whatever. So, like I said, we're able to choose our own color story out of the palette. And I haven't put on makeup in quite a minute here. But she's also challenging me to wear my makeup instead of buying more makeup. So that's cool. The problem is that she said, use what you haven't been using. Well, there was a point in time, like right after I want to say right after my sister died, that was in 22. Probably after my aunt passed in 23 of June. I kind of fell off the makeup thing, and then I really fell off doing videos. I kind of like went on this hiatus. And I haven't really been using it. So when she tells me, use what you haven't been using, use palettes you haven't used or haven't used in a while, that's almost all of them. So we'll see what we get through. But I mentioned the listing of all my palettes on my community tab because if you see something there that you like me to use, and that's how she figured out I had the My Dream palette because she said, "Oh, we got the My Dream palette. We have the texture, the dramatic textures and tones. Let's do a collab." So that's how she figured out I had that. So if you look there, you see a particular palette or a color story or whatever, or a brand that you would like for me to use in a video, you can let me know in my community tab or in a video. Okay, so let me figure out what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take these lovely new glasses off, and where I'm gonna put them? I'm gonna put them right here. Oh, I am so sweaty. It is ridiculous. And look at my bangs just coming back wherever they want to. I'm going to be using, Dion loves her Fenty eye primer. I tried, she says a tacky primer for her. I tried it. It's a nice primer, but it's not tacky for me. My favorite primer is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but the anti-aging one for the eyelids. Because I'm getting older, and why not put a little skincare in the hookup? This is a very old tube because like I said, I kind of fell off of wearing makeup. So we're going to put this on. I'm not going to be doing any color correct. Well, am I doing color correcting? No, but I will be putting on a concealer up under the eye. So whatever look I come up with does not have to compete with all that under eye darkness. And I'm not sure if the person was a subscriber or whatever, but they did a comment on my last video, which was my collab with Dion. Something about, because I used something to to correct how dark it was down there. And they were saying something about a color corrector. But, and I know. And I know that's what they're for. But I just use a concealer and keep moving in a nice powder. I think they said a powder is not going to color correct or what. And yeah, I know that, but there might be some powders out there that will color correct. But I wasn't using it for color correction. I was just using it to set down and also brighten the area a little bit more. So let's go. And let's also hope that my eyes don't water. Haven't done it all day, but I also haven't been putting on no makeup. So, you know how your life want to work against you sometimes. Okay. Ooh, girl. My forehead is so glistening. Okay. So, I got that on. I have some brushes. I just grabbed a stack of brushes that I had in a drawer. So, I don't know. They look like they mostly blending brushes. But we're going to make it work. So let's get it started. There's no way for me to zoom you in because I'm doing it on my laptop. So hopefully it does not cut off on me because like one of the other videos I did, it cut off for like 30 minutes or something. So I hope that it doesn't do that so I don't have to do a part two or whatnot. And if you're interested, maybe in the lip gloss I have on, the lippy, this is a very old lippy. I got it in an Ipsy. It's from the brand Persona if they are still available. And it's in the shade Toffee. And of course, sometimes this likes to focus and sometimes it don't. But Toffee is Toffee, and it's a gloss. So I just put it on just to have some color on the lip to balance out the look because it's going to be in a brownish family, I suppose. And it would look way better if I had a liner on. However, this is like a throw on and go type situation right now. So let's get started. I already primed the eye. Woo, where to start? I'm going to try my best to stay out of that invention, the color I bought it for. So let's go with, um, I didn't bring any other palette. And she didn't say that we couldn't, but she didn't say we could either. Because then I would bring maybe even a dramatic palette to round out like a flesh tone color. But we're going to go to Carpe Diem, which is this little pinky, mauvey, rose matte here. I'm not sure if it's a slip cream or whatever it could be. Oh, my air turned on, yay! Let's see here. I'm gonna get I want to get what you call that thing? Well, I got these. Oh my god, my little brushes. I hate when the hairs get messed up because then it takes forever to go back into shape unless you wash them. And I'm not a big washer. I just buy new brushes. So let's take the half caked blender number 808. Take that. Let's go into that Carpe Diem I showed you, which is this shade here. It's a rosy pinky situation. I'm not sure if it's coming across that way for you guys. We're going to put this, and this is kicking up a little powder here. And we're going to go into the crease area, or the transition area. But we're going to buff that. Oop, I went into the wrong shade. I have a towel on my lap. We're going to buff that also up into, good God, the brow. I'm not sure if you can even see that. I see it. It's coming off really good. I was really into, I think I went from Lorac shadows back in the day, the singles, and then the palettes. I had one, I really wanted those remember those mega palettes? They were all the rage. I think I got the white one. I really wanted the very first one, that red magenta or cranberry one. But of course it was limited edition and it sold out. So I think I finally got my hands on one. It was the white one. But the color story just didn't really sing to me. And I just wanted to have one, but I eventually just sent that sucker back. But I do still have her unzipped, the original unzipped. And then I think I got a Metals palette from her. So then I went from Lorac, and then I moved into ABH singles, and then the palette. And then I was trying to collect Urban Decay Nakeds, but after like the second or third one, I'm like, I ain't nothing I can do with that because I'm much deeper in complexion, and those cells will come off ashy. Like this isn't ashy on me. I can actually see the color. I'm not sure if you can see the color very well. The light might be a little too bright. Let me see if I can bring it down so you can see. Can you see the color better? But you can see there's some color there because it's a little more tinted than on this side. I don't know. I don't like that. Plus, I can't see that. So let's brighten it up again. All right, let's go to the other side. And like I said, I'm going up into the brow bone. And I will be putting on a brow just to make the look more finished, polished, cohesive. And it's not taking a lot for this color to show up, even though it's a light rosy tone on my dark complexion. Urban Decay Prime Potion is very good. I just like the added benefit of it having that anti-aging skincare in it. You gotta do something, Why not double? I think it's only like maybe $4 extra to get the anti-aging version. I'm in the right one. I keep dipping in, but I'm not paying attention when I'm dipping. That's a problem. You ever been cooking? And I'm bad with this. I'll grab something I'm looking for. I see it, I grab it. I shake it in whatever I'm using, and then I look to make sure it's the right thing. Do you do that? I do that. I do that a lot. And I will say that I have not messed up and put the wrong thing in, but I don't know why I don't look before I put it in, and what the purpose is of looking after the fact. It's already in there. Ain't nothing I can do about it. So it's in there. I have to hope it tastes all right. So we went into Carpe Diem, picked up a little powder. Next, let's try, let's go with a shimmer. I said I'm going to stay away from, who I want to use it. I'm going to do Vision, which is this one here in the corner. Can you see that pretty good? I got this mirror in the way too, so I can't really see how I'm holding it. So this is Vision. I'm going to use that, which is in contrast to the shade I just used, meaning they don't have nothing to do with each other. So I hope they work well together. We're going to take my Alter Ego number 5. This regular shader brush. We're going to go into this Vision. Now this is like a multi-chrome. It's like flashing yellow, green, pewter, rose gold here. I'm not sure if you can see that, how it's flashing. We're going to do that. And hopefully that's cute. They should put it in here because, I mean, it should work with everything, right? In the pan, straight down. It looks like a rose tone, pink champagne thing. As you move around, those yellow, green. That's what it's looking like on the brush. Let's take a swatch. Maybe that'll help. That make it any better. Okay. So we're going to put that on the lid. After I adjust my mirror. Okay. I probably should have used my finger for more color saturation. But I really want to get it on here in a nice smooth way and in a good shape. So yeah, that is a situation going on. It's very pretty. Very pretty. So now I'm on this NatashaDenona kick. I think my favorite NatashaDenona palette was to be surprising. I think my favorite is the Quint, the coral. I really like that. I'm really into corals. And even though it's like only one coral and there's like a purple and something else, it's not really all that coral. When you put the shades together, and that's more of the bigger Quint, not the smaller little baby minis. It's such a pretty look, and I really like it. So that would like be my very, if I'm just thinking about what I have. I know that I really, really enjoyed wearing that coral Quint. Really enjoyed it. Now, I just want to make sure that they're about the same height, width. They go out as far as the V is concerned, about the same amount. It's a little higher on the other eye. So I'm going to try to match that without, you know what I'm saying, letting it get out of hand. When it got on my lower lash. I'm not a big lower lash line color person. So I'm trying to wipe that away as much as I can. There seems to be, I'm going to put that on it. I would just add more to it, right? I'll use a paper towel. So let's wipe that off. Now, I'm going to put on, I'm going to get another, I'm going to take that half cake brush that we used initially. We're going to go into, okay, let's do something crazy. What to me crazy? Let's go into Risk right here. So it's like a Merlot burgundy situation. Maroon, maybe. Raspberry color. It's a satin, or, excuse me, it appears to be a satin. I don't think I've ever used it. Or swatch. Most of this ain't even been swatched. But we're going to take that. We're going to put that in the crease to blend it out a little bit better. I think that was a nice little choice there. Maybe. We'll see. I think it's getting away from me just that quick. Or maybe the brush head. Maybe I should have used a smaller brush head. So it wouldn't like diffuse so much color. But I didn't, and here we are. So I'm just using this. No additional color on the brush. I'm going to diffuse the color up to try to, so it don't look so saturated there. And brushing it out, blend it out as much as I can. Okay, now we're going to take the same brush, and now we're going to go into Instinct right here on the end in the middle. And that's more of a deeper raspberry color. And we're going to put that on. I'm going to just mirror out the way so y'all can see what's going on. There we go. And I'm going to take this just in the outer V area. It's a little deeper. And this is when I probably definitely need a smaller brush head for some detailing. Sometimes I just like to use a brush and keep moving. You know, like trying to use 40,000 brushes because you got 40,000 brushes. And yes, they all serve a purpose and they all do something, but sometimes you just want to put it on and keep moving. You want to kind of, I need the detail brush, and I need this brush, and I need that brush. And then this blows it out quicker too. I might get a smaller brush because I think I want to, even though it's deepening up the outer V and into the crease, with this brush, I do think I'm going to get a more smaller head brush for some more detailing work. Oh, M to the frick G. The shadow is working against me. It's going up under my eye. I want to clean that out because I don't want all that shadow. Okay, now I'm so freaking hot. Okay, I was just looking to see where my time was. All right, so let me see if I have a smaller detail brush. Um, I think this might work. This is a LI. No, is it? This is a context. What the heck was it? Complex culture. God dog. What the heck was that name? Oh my god. The Complex Culture is the Ipsy brand, but this is their Sephora, not Sephora, the Ipsy and Pantone. So this was that brown. The year it was brown 24. This white was no, is this year white? So maybe this was brown was last year. I can't remember. But we're gonna go into um I don't typically do black. But we're gonna do this edgy eggplant situation here. And we're gonna really like try to detail. It's like a triangular head on it, and it's called the Easy Crease Definer Brush. So we're gonna go on the edge. I'm gonna twirl at the tip. This might be one of the little either creamy matte or the split creams, and Dion really likes the creamy mattes. Look at that. That's a pretty color. So now we're gonna go into the outer edge and just sweep that to give it a little definition on the ends here, almost like making a wing. Just the tip, and I'm gonna come in on the outer V into the crease. I'm trying not to go into that black. I'm trying, and I don't typically use black. I think black kind of gets away from me sometimes, so I want to opt for this deeper, and I'm glad this deeper color is in here. Because I'm kind of making it tone on tone, like a gradient, but build it upon the layers in a way, without going black so much. So I'm trying to like make an outer V shape that you can actually see. All right, let's go on the other side. Just the tip. This is a pointy tip. And this side might do me better justice if my hair stay out the way. I just dip back in. So I'm going, you see I'm going at an angle here along the lash line up into this area here. And yes, I'm pulling my eye area. However, not very taut. I'm just like holding it still so the skin don't move back and forth because it does that at this age. Okay, at least mine does. Mine will move I'm not like pulling it. I'm like holding it. Well, I am like elongating it a little bit, but not like, yeah, you know, just to keep it taut a little bit. And I'm trying to get that shape in there, that V shape in there, and then bring it like halfway over to the pupil iris. Is that the iris? The black part in the middle of your eye, not all the way over. So I wanted to stop like midway. Do it over here. I don't think I did that over here. So what you do on one side, you want to do to the other. All right, so we're gonna do that. I should go on with that black though because that'll challenge me. So we're gonna go into black, and that's called Black is Black. I'm not so it's black, so I don't have to necessarily show you guys. Woo! All I did was dip a little bit. Knock that off. I scared. So let's go into this. I just don't want it to look muddy where you can't, right now you can kind of see the layer of the colors, and I just don't want it to look like just a big dark area. I want the colors like to be layered, like they're like stepping out or leveling up on each other. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, let's try to. So what I'm gonna do with this then is I'm not gonna blow it out so far. I'm gonna keep it real tight in the V. Ooh, Lord, just that little bit was too much. Woo! That black ain't nothing to play with. And I don't know who used to be. Was it England? It used to be Was it Carbon? Was the blackest black? Or Inglax Black? Was it 77 or something? People was always raving about who had the blackest black shadow. This time it's gonna dip it once. I got the residue off, so let's see what happens. Just dipping it in there versus swirling it. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. Just a tip. One more time. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone, but I'm gonna dot that off. And we're gonna go on this side. Like I said, we're gonna keep it real tight in the V so it doesn't cover up the other outer V work that I've done. So I'm not gonna blow it out. We're just gonna, and I'm not gonna go as far over as I did with the other shadow I laid down with this, with the edgy, like going straight in toward the middle of the eye. I'm gonna stop right before I get to the middle. So it'll be like graduation of color. And I'm hoping this will give it the depth that's needed so it won't look so, I mean, I want it to be like tone on tone, but I also want it to have some depth to it. Make sure this sucker ain't cut off on me. Wiping that off. All right, so technically I am done. I think I need to put something under this actual brow bone. I'm gonna put that pinky thing back up under there. But I'm gonna get a smaller brush this time. Because I don't want to overlap all those colors I just used, which defeats the purpose of using them. Now, what the heck is this? It's another one. I got two of them bad boys in here. What's this? What's this? What's this? Maybe you think of Jack Skellington from A Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? Okay, so I'm gonna use this LaRousse Short Shadow LR 105. Can you see? Can't really see it. It's on the end. Can't really see that, but there's the head. And I'm going to use, just like I said, I'm going to go back into Carpe Diem, but just under the brow bone, which is the very first color that we used for application. That's that. I'm going to knock that off because I just kind of like went over, boop, boop, and it's a lot of color there. I'm going to put that up under here to just not too bright, but to lighten it up so it'll look like it's graduating a little bit. I don't know. I haven't done eyeshadow in quite a while. I've been buying eyeshadow. I ain't been doing eyeshadow. Whew. Okay, see, I did too much on that. See, this went, it got away from me right quick. And then you can't even see what I'm doing because I done moved to push my head over too far. Okay. So let me put a little bit more on the front because I need to put some on the front to balance it out. Okay. And I know you really can't see what's really going on, but I can see it, and it looks decent. I am not. Dion is a makeup artist. I forget if she says she's licensed or certified. She's one or the other because her state doesn't require one. And she does events. She does individual makeup sessions. She has a membership of $2.99 per month, which is just a regular membership for special items. But then she has a specialty membership. I think it's $24.99, and that's like for people that are really interested in makeup artistry. So you and like I said, she's certified or licensed because she went through a class, a program. She's going through a program again for special effects makeup, and where's my liner? So she is qualified to teach someone how to do things on a more professional level, and you get that always in her regular videos in her lives, but you'll get a more individualized, personal interaction or engagement if you subscribe, if you become a member of her higher tier membership. I am using, because of course I can't find a black liner when I want one, even though I got 40 million of them. This is the Sephora retractable eyeliner. It's waterproof, and it's in matte black. This is old. This is molasses. Yeah, like molasses, the liner. No pun intended. It's old as molasses. And I'm just going to use this along the eyeliner, the eyeline, last line, what am I saying? I'm not going to go all the way in. And do I want to wing it? I think a look like this kind of requires a wing. And I'm going to do that very lightly. Because I don't want it to get away from me. Do not. Okay. Yeah, I think this particular kind of look does require a wing. I'm doing the other side. It's a little more difficult because I'm closer to the mirror, and then I really can't. I wear glasses, as you know, and I can't really see detail. With my glasses off. Oh God, I gotta soften that up. I made that too dark on the inner. So what I'm gonna do, and I never use these freaking smudgers. So this is gonna be. It has a little smudger. This is gonna be a trick in the pudding. I'm gonna smudge it out so it's not so. See how it kind of like you can see where it stops. It's a hard stop. I'm gonna try to soften that up without bringing it over too far because I don't want it in my inner corner at all. Okay. Oh Lord, help my life. So that's done with that. Now let's get in to my what you call that thing under eye. So I'm gonna take some eye cream. I've learned. Look, this is not eye cream. This is just a cream that happened to be on my desk. It's a Lancome cream. I'm sure y'all can tell. And bought everything Lancome makes, especially that color blur lip gloss thing. It's a mess. Lip velvet. I'm sending that back. They did reach out to me. I did put up, like I said, I did a review. So they did reach out to me and say that they would give me my full amount back. The only problem is they're going to take the money off for the shipping, and I have to call back to get that money refunded as well, which is crazy. Why they just don't? I look. I think they really need to revamp their whole return system in some kind of way because you're asking the customer to do too much, which is in their favor because who wants to go through all that to send something back, even to get an exchange? It's crazy. And I think they only don't charge you the shipping fee is if it's their error. Well, it was their error. That particular product is crap. And I did talk about that in my show and tell before the last collab I did with Dion. So if you want to know what my issue was with that freaking color blur from Lancome, and I got the shade Ice Ice Cutlin. So I don't know whoever came up with that needs to be sent right back to where they came from, because that was some crap. Now we're gonna go into, this is a very, very old product. This is from Julep. This is their Cushion Complexion 5-in-1 Skin Perfector with Turmeric. Good God. This is no longer available unless you can find it, I guess, on eBay or Mercari. This is in the shade 420 Mocha. It had a little ball on here. I took that off, and so that's a little, ooh, that's the applicator. And I'm going to put some of this on. I'm going to use this as a, it's a, what do they call it? Cushion Perfector with Turmeric. So it's like a, it's not necessarily a, what did they say? I know something in this sucker. It's not necessarily a concealer, but it's the tone that I like. And then, you know, I love my Maybelline Erase Instant Age Rewind Erase, but the one that I have that I can get, that I had access to quickly, was completely empty. So this was like the next best thing to grab. So I grabbed that sucker. Yeah, and it's very good. I don't know why they stopped selling it. I'm going to be using, this is a Tress Loose B203. I got this off of Ipsy's Mega Drop Shop. And this is, it has this like angle head, fluffy. And then it has like a more airy, floppy brush end there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this part to add, well, to blend out, not necessarily for color correction, but to cover that darkness under my eye. Look at that. Beautiful. And I'm using it at an angle too. And now you can really see the liner that I didn't come out too far. And you can see my eyeshadow better because it's no longer competing with that darkness under my eye. So this is a nice, I like this shade. It's like a peachy, a little bit of orange in it. Oh, I'm about to go off the rails here. Those new Hourglass face palettes, it's like an eye palette, face palette, and then just a straight up face palette. I want them. And surprisingly enough, I want the mediums more than I want the dark. Now, I'm definitely not medium, so I should be enamored with the dark. But those mediums seem to be a little bit more in the color range that I am interested in. I think I should put a little bit more on this side. It seems that it's sharing out more than, like, I feel like I got more coverage, can you tell, on this side. Well, I'm not going to put any more because I am going to be using the powder on top just to, look at that. Just got to pop out and show them. And see, it's allowing my, I think I ended up getting rid of some of that liner. I'm going to have to put some of that back when I did this. And I'm bringing it down on the cheek because I also have this coloration here. So I'll bring it down onto the cheek so it'll look more fluid, to me anyway. And then I'm going to take my Fenty Bright Fix powder, which I couldn't find for 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes, but which held up me making this video. I'm like, where the frick is that dang powder? I know where all my palettes are now, but I don't know where nothing else is. Thank you, Dion. I was just throwing stuff because I was trying to get these palettes together. And this is cinnamon. They have a one darker than this, and I do want that. But we're going to rock with this because I have not made a dent in it. I'm going to take the little powder puff here, swab it across, and apply that. What are you guys having for dinner? It's like 9 something. I am hungry. I went to National Coney Island for lunch, but that was around. So I went to go pick my glasses up, my glasses, and I got another pair. Um, so that was before two, because the eyeglass the competition closes at 2. So I went to lunch around 1 something, and it is now 9 something. I haven't eaten. I had some grapes, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna use this brush in now in the same powder. Did I show you? That's the powder. I don't remember if I showed it to you. And I'm gonna take this brush head. It's nice, light, it's airy and flimsy, and I'm gonna use it to brush away and to blend out that powder. So yeah, I probably should have put a little bit more because you can still see that it's not as covered. The coverage is not the same on this eye. Can you tell? There's more coverage on this eye, under eye, than this one. That's okay because I ain't going nowhere. It's 9 o'clock, which would have made sense for me to do this in the morning, so I could have worn it out, but I didn't. Plus, I was running late. I didn't want to miss going to the optician, and I'm closing at 2 o'clock on a Saturday. So that's that. I'm gonna find that. What did I do with that eyeliner? Oh, I'm gonna put that line back up on this side again because I think I kind of got rid of it when I. There we go. I ain't gonna put too much because I don't want it to go nuts on me. But let me see here. Okay, so can you see? So now you see how you can see the look better. Now that it's not competing with all that darkness under my eye. Next thing is gonna have to be mascara. So I'm gonna be using Lancome's Sales Booster XL. So this is a eye mascara primer. Dang, can you see it? Oh my good. This white on top of, I mean, gold on the white, and everything is. Well, this is Lancome. You know, I'm telling you, it's Lancome. Um, ooh, that's a big old one. I haven't used this in a minute. Oh my goodness. These videos seem to run about an hour or a little bit over, so I do apologize for that. And I do need to do some additional videos. So you might see me in this look again. I do some additional videos since I got the camera moving. You know, this is almost like doing work of the mascara. All right, and then we're gonna use a mascara. I think I used it before, but I don't remember if I liked it or not. This is also Lancome. This is the Lash Idol Flutter Extension. Of course, it's in black. It is a mini. Yeah, I don't particularly care for the little rubber brushes. I like a fiber brush, but that's what I picked up because I didn't remember what the frick it looked like. But it's doing a nice job of coating over that white base. And I go over my lashes and twirl it out. I go under, and I hit them tips. That's just the way I apply my mascara. I hit the go on top, twirl it out, hit under it, and then I hit the tips. And I use the end of the mascara wand to elongate or flare out my end lashes here. Come on, man. It's a little bit white. I'm trying to use this to color it up. Okay. And so it's doing a good job with the, I go up and down for the tips. Just to hit the tips of the situation. So it's a nice black. I do prefer a wet mascara. Not like goopy wet. And this is like a good, in between, it's not too dry. Or anything, you can't see what I'm doing. But I'm doing the exact same thing I did on the opposite eye. On top, twirl it out. Go on top, twirl it out. Take that in, hit that those end lashes where you see the flare. Go under, using that end of the wand, do a little definition, and then back and forth to hit them tips. Hit them tips, girl. So this is a decent mascara. However, I did use that primer, the lash primer, so I don't know if it I should have done one without and one with. So I'm not sure how it performs on its own. Now, let's do these dang frame brows. I got this from Ipsy a while ago. This is the Fenty Brow MVP. It's a sculpting brow wax pencil and styler. So this is the wax. I don't know why I picked this out. And this is the styler. So you see how I've attempted to use it. But yeah, so this is like a brow wax. And I don't really have a problem with my brows staying in place. But so I got this off of Amazon. This is the eyebrow 4-tip brow pencil in 02. So it's like a felt tip ink, like a Sharpie situation, but it has those little. It's at an angle. Can you see that? It's like at an angle, and it's like little tips there. Now my eye want to water, and my under eye want to. Even though I powdered the sucker, want to start to get creamy. Okay, so I do have it. So I've only used this, I think, maybe once or twice. I'm going to use this to. Ooh, Jesus, I'm scared. I was going to use my new Aqua Brow from ABH, but that too is somewhere. So don't judge me. Like Pac says, only God can judge me now. Oh my God, this is going to get away from me. I probably should have. Oh Lord. I probably should have did the regular brow pencil and went over it with this. Because you see I made a mistake right there. Like a little line. You may or may not be able to see it. I see that sucker. Oh, Jesus, help my life. Okay. But it's supposed to give you like brow hair. But see, something like this you got to be really precise with. And like I said, I wear glasses and it's really hard for me to see detail. And it's not going to go the same way on this side. I guarantee you that. I'm trying to use quick light strokes. It's a nice deep color. It's like a black brown. But I don't want it to get away from here by it being a liquid pencil or liquid pen, like a Sharpie. It's going to be a deeper, oh God, it's going to be a deeper, I need to be up on this sucker. It needs to be a deeper fudge. It'll get away from me quicker because I can't tell, like the shape will kind of get away from me because, and then I don't want it like to look like a line like I just did. Girl. Alright, so the brows are going to be a fail. But I tried it. Like I said, this might be like the second or third time I've ever used this thing. And it's probably better used after you've used a brow pencil. Because then you can like just, you know what I'm saying, go over and deepen it up. Like you'll already have a outline of a shape versus trying to do it with something that's going to be like very permanent. Oh, jeez Louise, man. But now, that's a thicker brow. This one was kind of okay, but now I gotta make this a little thicker to match the opposite side. So we're not gonna judge the look on the from the brow perspective, okay? We're not gonna do that to me because yeah, this is not working out. You live and learn. And see, this is how things get out of control. I'm still working with this, right? And of course, there's the tear. I didn't blink, so we just ran out. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone because I can't leave it alone. This is elongating this video. I'm sorry, and I ain't going nowhere. But I don't want it to. I don't want this to jack up the overall aesthetic of the look. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned my lesson. Next time I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna use the pencil as an outline because these are some really dark brows. I don't necessarily mind them, but they are dark in the mug. And all right, I'm done. I'm done. She says, done. All right, so I'm gonna take this loose, and this is the look. Like I say, the brows. I'm gonna leave that right there. Kind of like how that look. I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, so I like how that looks because I'm right. I'm a right side part chick, and it's very hard to find ways a right side part. Everybody love a left side. Don't know why. I'm a right side part, so I'm gonna leave this. I like that. So let's put my glasses back on. I'm gonna let you see the look again. And we'll see if me and Dion ended up using the same shades, even though we didn't discuss it. So this is the look with the new glasses, and I think that works out. I'm happy. Like I said, I just gotta get used to these glasses because, yeah, I just gotta get used to them. But yeah, how do you like it? Okay, I like it. I do like the look. I didn't use invention, which was the whole purpose of me buying that dang palette. Can you see the difference of the colors? How I wanted them to like lay on top of each other and like fade out a little bit. So hopefully you can see that. And I said I'm gonna leave that like that. And the bang want to come over to meet his friend anyway. We're gonna disregard the brows because that was a you tried it moment. And I really like the look. I do. Maybe I'll go to White Castle so somebody can look at it. The cashier. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I have playlists. I think I have 4 playlists now. And so you can find something that you like in addition to some videos that are not a part of the playlist. Check out the community post tab so that you can see maybe some of my palettes that you may or may not be interested in me using on camera. And don't forget to watch Dion, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what else? I guess that's it. Thank you, Dion, for another lovely collab. I know you're gonna knock it out of the park. She is a pro at color saturation and blending and putting colors together that you wouldn't think would go. I'm kind of a safe type chick, so I wear this to work. So somebody else might think this would be too bold or too much, but hell, I gotta come from it. You know, they're not gonna really see it because my glasses right here, so I can get away with something like this. But I really like it. The brow, I'm gonna stop because I told you not to. I told you not to worry about the brows, so I'm not gonna worry about the brows. I know what to do next time. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ask questions. Suggest looks. I do polls. I use like a poll with 4 different palettes and let you guys pick the palette for the next video. I haven't done that in a while. Don't get back to that. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks, Dion. Bye bye. As I said, I can't find the thing to stop the sucker from calling. Bye.